Alright everyone, welcome back to SuperBike Intelligence, the place where we break down the hottest upcoming machines before anyone else. If you love Superbike's innovations and future tech, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Because today, oh man, today we've got something that's been stirring up the entire Supersport community. Honda is cooking up something bold, something unexpected, and something that could shake up the middleweight segment all over again. Say hello to the 2026 Honda CBR700RR, the bike that might just redefine what a modern supersport is supposed to be. Now, if you've been following Honda's moves over the past decade, you'll know this bike has been a long time coming. The 600 class has been slowly fading away, emissions regulations have been getting stricter, and manufacturers have been forced into creative corners. But instead of walking away from the supersport category, Honda seems to be saying, nope, we're doubling down, and we're doing it in our own way. And honestly, that's exactly what makes this bike so exciting. The moment you first look at the CBR700RR, it hits you with that unmistakable Honda presence. It has that sharp aerodynamic bodywork that seems to cut through the air even while standing still. It feels like Honda studied all the greatest hits from the CBR600RR, the Fireblade, and even some MotoGP influences, and then blended them into something new, something sleeker, something just angrier. The front end looks like it's permanently scowling at you, like the bike is daring you to start it up, and Honda fans absolutely love that energy. But the real twist, the thing everyone's debating right now, is the power plant. Honda appears to be stepping away from the traditional high-revving 600 screamers and moving into something a lot more forward-thinking. Rumor has it the new CBR700RR will feature a hybrid assist engine, combining a mid-size performance twin with an electric boost system. Not full hybrid like a car, but a lightweight assist designed to fill in torque, sharpen acceleration, and help with low-emission compliance. And honestly, that makes total sense. Manufacturers are experimenting like crazy right now. Kawasaki already dipped their toes into hybrid motorcycles, so Honda joining the party was only a matter of time. And here's the cool thing. A hybrid assist in a supersport actually solves one of the biggest complaints people had about middleweights: lack of torque down low. Imagine launching out of a corner with that instant electric shove helping you before the engine fully wakes up. That's going to make the bike feel way more exciting for everyday riders, not just track pros. This could be the perfect balance of fun, efficiency, and modern engineering without ruining what we all love about the CBR lineup. Now I know what you're thinking. Hybrid supersport? Doesn't that add weight? And yeah, sure, normally it would, but Honda has been obsessed with weight shaving for years. So expect lots of lightweight materials, maybe some redesigned frame concepts, and a compact hybrid module that feels more like a performance enhancer than a burden. And even if it adds a couple extra kilos, if the torque boost makes the bike pull like a bigger engine, riders will forgive that instantly. But let's talk about something completely wild that Honda might be experimenting with: off-road capability. Yes, I know, it sounds insane. A CBR with off-road features? But hear me out. We're not talking about turning it into an Africa Twin or anything like that. Think more along the lines of minimal off-road assist modes, traction settings, power delivery maps, maybe a mild suspension adaptation that allows riders to navigate rougher terrain or unpaved roads. Not motocross, just light versatility. It's part of Honda's new philosophy of making bikes more multi-purpose without losing their identity. And honestly, with the hybrid assist, the bike might actually benefit from different riding modes that let you explore more than just smooth highways. When you sit on the bike, at least from what early prototype leaks suggest, the cockpit feels surprisingly modern. Honda is pushing toward full digital displays across the lineup, but the CBR700RR looks like it'll take things a step further. Expect a large, crisp TFT interface, loaded with connectivity, custom riding profiles, track timers, navigation overlays, and possibly even hybrid activity visuals showing when the electric assist is kicking in. It's that kind of gamified feedback that keeps riders engaged and makes them feel connected to the tech instead of intimidated by it. And the ergonomics? Honda seems to be trying to strike a balance between sporty and survivable. The 600RR was known for being absolutely track-focused, sometimes borderline punishing for everyday riding. The 700RR looks more forgiving, still aggressive enough for track enthusiasts, but with just a little more comfort built in for real-world use. That lines up with the hybrid concept. They want this bike to be something you actually ride, not just something you trailer to the circuit twice a year. If we talk pricing, things get interesting. Honda knows the Supersport market is shrinking, so they're not going to price this thing out of reach. Based on current trends and the cost of new hybrid technology, expect a starting price somewhere around $11,000 to $12,500 in the UK, maybe $12,000 to $13,000 in the US, and around $12,500 to $14,000 in Europe. That puts it right in the sweet spot between the old 600RR class and the new wave of middleweight sport machines like the Yamaha R7 and Aprilia RS660. But here's the kicker. The hybrid boost might give the CBR700RR performance closer to the upper middleweight or even borderline leader bike acceleration in the right conditions. And if Honda manages that, this thing will sell like crazy. Comparisons to past models are inevitable. The original CBR600RR was a track darling, light, responsive, and razor sharp. But it struggled to keep up with emission standards and rising costs. The new CBR700RR feels like Honda's answer to the modern era. More torque, more technology, better efficiency, a slightly larger displacement for road usability, and the hybrid assist for instant punch. It's like Honda took the spirit of the 600RR, mixed it with the practicality of the CBR6M50R, sprinkled in some Fireblade DNA, and then added a shot of futuristic tech just to flex on the competition. And honestly, from a rider's perspective, that's exciting. This is the kind of bike that welcomes new riders looking for their first Supersport, while still giving seasoned veterans enough performance to keep them smiling. It's the bike that could revive the entire category by showing manufacturers that innovation, not abandonment, is the way forward. The big question now is timing. Honda is expected to reveal the CBR700RR sometime in late 2025, with full production starting in 2026. And you better believe that the moment this thing breaks cover officially, the entire internet is going to explode. The render artists are already going crazy online, imagining what the hybrid system will look like, how the fairings might sculpt airflow around a new era of aerodynamic wings, and whether Honda will dare to push the front-end design even more aggressively than the Fireblade. But one thing feels certain. Honda is coming back into the Supersport segment, swinging. They're not trying to recreate the past. They're building something that makes sense for the future. And if the CBR700RR delivers even half of what the rumors suggest, this is going to be one of the most important motorcycles of the decade. So that's everything we know so far about the 2026 Honda CBR700RR. If you're excited about this bike like I am, make sure you hit that like button, drop a comment with what features you hope Honda includes, and of course, subscribe to SuperBike Intelligence so you never miss an update on the world's most anticipated motorcycles. We've got more deep dives, future concepts, and upcoming leaks on the way. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ride safe, ride smart, and as always, stay curious.